Hello everybody. In the previous screencast we looked at very simple list view, which just the list was a list of strings, and then when you pass the list of strings it was very obvious that these strings can be easily displayed. Now what if it's the list of objects? Okay, so let's create an object, right? Let's create a class, right? And that class we let's call it the user class, right? And then let's say these users have this user has, for example, a string name and maybe address, right? And they have an integer age, for example, right? So these are this is a user, right? And in that case, let's create some constructors, right? So let's create a constructor that has these three elements. I don't need the address for the time being, but just let's focus on the name and age. Okay, and let's do the constructor that has both of them, and here we go. So basically let's do this, and in here I will create, instead of colors, right, I will create a list of users, right? So I'll say I can create an array of users, you know, string array, not string, a user array. You can do that user array, I could call it users, or let's do an array list of user. I'll call it users equal new array list, right? Array list, right? So I created an array list of users. I can do that, and then let's initialize it here. Say users dot add new user, right? And this is the name, and let's say the age is 20. Okay, so that's, I am adding some users to the array list. Here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's say we create 25, 26, 28, 30, for example, and let's make this person say 45. Just make it not sorted. Don't want it to be sorted, just in case we want to sort it later. Let's say Bob Smith. Okay, Bob and Alice Brown, and Bill Green, White, and Eve, whatever, Green, for example. Okay, so I have my users, right? Now I want to display these users in the list. So what if I do it this way? We have this color stuff. I'll remove everything related to the color. I don't need these colors anymore. Can I go ahead and change it from colors to users? This is what I would like to display. The problem is that it's not happy, because when you created the adapter, when you declared the adapter, you said that the item, the object item, is going to be string. In our case here, it's a user. So let's change this to user. Now it's happy. See? So basically what I did is I created a list of users, right? Here's the list of users. And then the adapter, the array adapter, is going to handle user objects, right? So these are user objects. And basically all what I did is that I'm going to remove this position stuff because this is not there anymore. Now this is the list view. The adapter is still going to say use the single list item and the text, and it's using users now. And we set the adapter. So now when we run this, let's see what happens. When I run it, it's just going to display this weird representation for each user. This is the reference representation, the reference for each user. So what we need to do is to implement the toString method. Okay, so here it is. We implement the toString method, and then basically I want, what would you like to display? Let's say I would like to display the name in the toString method. So basically the toString, I want to return the name. Right, so that's my toString method, right? So now when we run this again, what's going to happen is it's going to display the name, right? If you want to display the name, let's say plus comma age, plus comma age, here it is. And when you run it, you'll see that it's going to display whatever the toString is, it's going to be displayed here. Okay, so that's very simple, right? So that's how you can manage objects, right? Here it is. Okay, now so that shows you how you could manage a list of objects. Basically the trick is the toString method, right? And the trick also is to tell the adapter that these objects, the array adapter, are of type user, right? So that the adapter knows how to handle these objects. And then whatever, if you're going to use the simple list item 1, in that case you need a string, right? And that string is going to be retrieved by whenever the user or whatever object you have, the toString will return the string that will be displayed here. All right, so please let me know if you have any questions.